Hello and welcome to Last Week in Finance. Today is March 14 of 2021. Let's get right to the numbers. The S&P 500 went up this week as usual, 2.64%. Right now it's reaching the 4,000 point mark. Is currently at 3,943 points. The DXY, the US dollar index, stagnated a little bit, closed a little bit below last week's performance. Right now, the DXY it's at 91.66 points. Gold ends their losing streak for several weeks in a row, actually closed up 1.67%, so good for the gold box. Right now, the ounce of gold is at $1,727. Silver, of course, follows the lead of gold, went even higher this week, almost 3%. Right now, the ounce of silver is reaching the $26 mark per ounce. Copper, that has been bullish all this year long, it's right now at $4.14 per pound. It's slightly below performance, 0.25% up this week. The big mover downtrending this week was the crude oil. The West Texas Intermediate crude oil actually went down this week over 1%. It had a lot of movement this week. It was close to reach the $70 mark per barrel, but at this moment is at $65 per barrel. And of course, the 10-year Treasury bond is moving in upward direction, went up 21% this week, even more than Bitcoin. Right now, the yield is at 1.629%. If it reaches 2%, it's going to be mayhem on the markets. We will see. It didn't affect much the, the price action of the markets. Most all major indexes went up this week. They didn't care this week about the 10-year yield rising. So let's see how it's gonna happen. And of course, crypto guys, let's go to the Bitcoin. Just check the price. It's below 60,000. It's $59,600 per Bitcoin. That means that Bitcoin moved over 20% again up this week. So, what a shocker. This market doesn't keep impressing me. Okay, the jobless claims, or 700,000 new jobless claims in the United States. But of course, we're in a bullish economy, we're in a recovery, quote unquote. This is not gonna end well. Also, I was reading that $10 trillion is around the corporate debt in the United States. Remember that 20% of the public companies at the exchange are zombie companies, companies that are losing money, they're burning cash. It's not gonna end well, and I'm tired, I'm sounding like a broken record, but it's not gonna end well, guys. So be careful about that. And of course, the 1.9 trillion stimulus already approved by President Biden, and it's going to inject more money to the economy, but just only a small portion of that stimulus is going to go directly to the public. The rest is going to go different agencies, different government agencies, whatever. And some of that money is that really gonna go to the American people. Nasdaq took a beating last week. This week went up over 3%, so maybe some sector rotation, I don't know, is going to happen. So, okay, tech is going bullish again. And of course, Wall Street bet, guys, I got you covered as well. GME went up 92% this week. Of course, after last month, it doesn't impress me that much. Right now, the GME stock it's at $267. Remember, this stock was below $5 a few months ago. So, what are you gonna say about that? And we're still on the oil roller coaster. Is many people ask me if oil's gonna reach $100 per barrel again. And I don't know if you know these guys, but my bachelor's degree is in petroleum engineering, so I get this question a lot. And honestly, I don't know. What I can say is the OPEC, their their ravens, their vultures on manipulating the price of crude oil. Here's the thing: OPEC doesn't have that much power as they did 10, 20 years ago. We have Russia being a big player, even the United States being a big player, and of course we have Canada. But it's gonna happen. I think it's gonna settle between the 70 and $80 range per barrel, of course. I said last year in August when crude oil was at $20 per barrel, it's gonna go quickly, not quickly, but in a moderate amount of time, it's gonna surpass the $50 mark. Check, already happened. It's probably gonna reach $70 per barrel, and it's gonna fluctuate in that range between 50 and 70. Is what is happening right now. I didn't thought it's gonna get that fast. That was in August when I was starting this podcast. And so keep an eye. It could reach for a short period of time over the $100 barrel mark. But I think it's gonna stagnate between 60, 70, maybe 80. It's this all that I'm gonna say. I'm not Nostradamus, just using common sense and logic. And I want to talk about the Harry Dent's prophecy. You guys know who Harry Dent is. For the ones who don't, Harry Dent is an investor and market analyst, economic analyst. He's also a published author of this of the markets and economy in general. He's prophesizing that the the markets, the U.S. equities market, is going to correct at least 50% in April. So that will be in a few weeks. Also, gold is going to collapse. It's going to reach the 1,000 per ounce mark, and then it's going to go up. He's talking about the Asian economies are going to go stagnated, just as Japan. And India, the big mover in of the economy, the driver of the economy of global economy, it will be India. Also, Jim Rogers, the famous trader, said that. Now, this specific prophecy of 50% correction of the market is going to happen in April, later in May, as much as late as May. I don't know. I don't know. And actually, Harry Dent is saying that if it doesn't happen, he's gonna retire. I mean, I will say that a specific time frame, but a meltdown of 50% or so is I also predicted in August last year. We were gonna have a double dip recession, and of course, I mean, if you are in the States, guys, see the economy around you. You think this is a good economy? Of course it is. It isn't. So let's see what is going to happen. Actually, I don't like the specific time frame for Harry Dent's prediction. but I'm mostly aware of his prediction. Ah, of course, crypto guys. He said also Bitcoin's gonna totally collapse. It's gonna be like the dot-com crisis in the 2000s. But with Bitcoin, if I'm honest, I see a big correction on Bitcoin. But I don't think it's gonna go $5,000 per Bitcoin or zero. But it could go down as much as maybe 20, 30,000 per Bitcoin. Just my opinion, just my humble prediction, but I see a correction and then going up. So, with that, I'm gonna say goodbye right now. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you have a nice week ahead. So, we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye bye.